Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different where I'm going to be designing a emblem style t-shirt design here in front of you guys. And I actually gained inspiration for this design from the dollar bill. I was looking at a dollar bill earlier and I noticed that there's this I guess you could say Latin or Greek. I don't know what language it is. I think I looked it up here. I believe it is Latin. Yep, Latin, where there's some text around this pyramid here in the dollar bill. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a design based off of this, kind of inspired. So if you want to kind of play along with me here and watch me kind of create this design from scratch, and maybe hopefully it inspires you to create your own cool designs, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the video, all right? So I have a picture here of a eagle that I downloaded, okay, from Fantasy Labs, that I will be adding this to Fantasy Labs. For those who don't know, Fantasy Labs, you can watch the videos. We have tons and tons and tons of graphics that we're going to be adding on there every month. So today's the 13th. The next drop should be the 28th. So that's just a little FYI. And the first thing I'm going to do is open up Luminar Neo. And shout out to Luminar Neo. It's actually been tremendous software that's been helping me create these designs and kind of clean up the work here to make a good-looking design. You guys will see everything. You'll see how it's all done and how it all comes to be in the end here. So let's go ahead and do this. And by the way, I'll leave a link in the description to any software that I'm using, Luminar Neo, including one of them, and the cheapest access link to them as well. So that's a little FYI, because you can buy these softwares from different places, and they do charge differently. Some charge more, some charge less. So yeah. Anyways, so I uploaded my design here, and of course, I like to have a black background, so I'm just going to develop this a little bit further. Sometimes I like to test, develop it a little further. I think this kind of style is good. I wanted it to be a little dark. I'm going to go over here into the eyeball with the eraser, and I'm going to erase some of this stuff here. So let me go ahead and erase here and make this a little bit more dark. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get that going and hit erase, and hopefully it will turn kind of more circular. Let's go ahead and do this again. So let's erase like this. Let's hit erase. And okay, so now it's yellow. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and go to our develop. And then I'm going to go to masking and brush it. Decrease the size of the brush and kind of make it nice and dark. Zoom out, and then adjustments, decrease the exposure. So you can see kind of how it looks now. And now I get to see kind of where I'm going with this. I can go over here into erase and just erase a little part of it. I can erase all of it. I can see how I'm going to go. I think I'm going to just go here with the paint, make the brush as small as possible, and paint over just this section, kind of like an eyeball here. Okay, so this is an image produced through AI art, obviously, and sometimes we need the image to look as good as possible. We're not perfect artists here, but we get the job done. Okay, so that's not bad. Let's go to adjustments, smart contrast. Let's turn this all the way up. Highlights, let's turn it down. And shadows, of course, turn that up. All right, so the eagle eye is looking better now. We can go over here to the claws, maybe just clean a little bit up. Actually, I think I'm going to have the circle emblem kind of overlap this. So this should be good for now. I'm going to go over here and hit disk. And actually, before I export this, I'm going to upscale it. I'm going to drag it into my upscaler, hit upscale. Okay, and we have focus stacking here. I don't know if I'm actually going to use that right now. I think I might make a quick change to this. But once again, we're focused on creating an emblem here. Super simple, super easy, good to go. All right. Easy breezy, cover girl. All right, just kidding. My math teacher used to say that all the time. But anyways, let's just wait for this to load. Give it a second here. And I apologize for my annoying comedy, but regardless, whatever. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to call this an eagle. Hit save. and then I'm going to drop it into Canva. So let's go ahead and do that and drop it into Canva. All right. Now let's go ahead and have this load. And what we're going to do is increase the size here, and we're going to have a background color that kind of matches, which should be black. Okay, this is perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and hit remove background. So it should remove as much as it possibly can. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I'll still figure it out. This is the whole point, is there's no rule to this. There's no setup to this. We do things the way we want to. I'm going to go over here into the adjuster. I'm going to hit add or restore, and I'm going to restore some of these details here. All right, so I don't want to remove the background off everything. All right, I just need a little bit of details here, just a little bit, right? And I'm following these little kind of accents on the piece of art. Let me see the original image just so I can get a better view here. And yeah, so it'll be all around, kind of like right here, right? Let's see here. There we go. And that's quite right. All right, let's go ahead and hit enter. Let's go back. And that's what I'm looking for. All right, now let's go ahead and create an emblem around this design. And we're going to decrease the size slightly, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to search for a circle, okay? And this is pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and now select the color. And let's go with this size circle. Let's go with actually a little bit smaller. And I'm actually going to have to resize this to make this a little bit more wide. So let's go with 4500 here and hit resize. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I actually want a thinner circle, kind of like this. And let's go ahead and pick the color on that. And let's go with something like this. All right, so let's get rid of this circle here, and let's keep this one. Now, we're going to take inspiration from this, right? So what I'm going to do is I want this to be positioned backward so I can have control of how the eagle looks, right? And then I can drag the eagle forward slightly, kind of like this, so it be slightly over the top circle, and it's already coming together. It already looks good, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a circle that is slightly bigger than the first one. Like, so this is kind of the right size here. Hopefully it doesn't get too big. And let's pick the color here. Let's go the same purple. And yeah, it's a little bit too big. Let's see here what we can do. I just don't want it to go over the border here. Let me go there, try to center it, and it fits just perfectly in the circle. Now let's rearrange it, make sure it fits perfectly, okay? And now that that's the case, let's position it backward as well, so that once again I can gain control of the eagle. I'm going to decrease the eagle size just slightly, and I'm going to decrease the size of this circle just slightly as well, reposition it, and then once again grab the other circle, which is this one, and make that slightly smaller as well, just so I can show the difference between the two circles and the difference in between them, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some text. So the first text on the dollar bill that I want to add is this Anut Copiatus, which means he favors our undertakings, referring to God. So it's like it's a money thing, right? And then let's go ahead and paste that. And then what we're going to do is just place it here just for now, copy it and paste it. And then what we're going to do is copy the second part, which is the bottom part, which is called Novius Ordo Seclorum. Seclorum, I don't know. Pronunciation is way off, but hey. Now, we have both forms of text. We're going to look here and see a kind of font that will look decent on it. First of all, let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the dollar bill. And I'm not trying to copy it exactly, but something good looking, something cool here. So let's take a look here. We got this, this. There's a lot of different fonts that I have available to me, but I do want it to look somewhat good, right? Let's see here. Let's see. So many options. Of course. It's kind of what you get when you have Canva here. I really don't know what font I'm going to go with. I do want something that looks subtle but cryptic in a way. Let's see. Notice. Let's see. I think that might be okay. Not sure. We'll see. Let's go ahead and play with it. And now that we have some text here, I'm going to go into Effects, hit the Curve effect, bring it the opposite direction, and all I'm looking to do here is make sure that this circle that's being highlighted, which is the circle that's moving right now on the screen, is fitting somewhere in the middle of this black circle that I have, right? Kind of like that. And that is okay. Could be better, like I said. But I can also, instead of all of this, I also want to, let me go ahead and undo that. I want to see if I could add a ribbon. So let me first add this. This was a graphic that I wanted to add, which is just like, I don't know, some sort of sunshine or something. But I'm going to position it backward, and I'm going to make lines here, or maybe even I'll search for like something like related to alchemy or something. Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, so let's search here alchemy in Canva, and we'll go with one of these. Anybody who knows sacred geometry, shout out to you. I have no idea what it is. You know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not even going to talk about that. Probably shouldn't even mention it here on this YouTube channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and make that somewhat transparent so you can kind of see what's going on here. And the eagle is placed somewhat in the middle. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and move the way this text is given. So I'm going to put this text here. I'm going to zoom in first of all. And it looks a little bit dull to me, honestly. But let's see what we could do here. And then what we're going to do is add an effect to it, almost like a glitch. Nope, a glitch doesn't look good. Let's add an outline. And let's go with something a little bit brighter. Let's see what we can do. Let's go with colors. And let's decrease that thickness. And let's see how that looks from here. Yeah, it definitely needs a different font. This font is too, I guess you could say, normal. Let's see this one. This is a better font. Much better for the position or the thing that we're trying to do here. And we'll leave this for now just here. We might have to rearrange how the circles look, but we'll stick with that for now. In fact, you know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead, take this Libre Baskerville font, and let's apply it to the other one as well. And let's make it all capitals. Let's also select the color. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a switch up here. So we're going to make the big circle in the middle, all right? And we'll make it a little smaller. And then the skinny circle, which is this one. Let me go ahead and move this to the right. This skinny circle is going to be the big one, okay? And let's move the skinny circle so that it fits right within the bounds of the image, right? So maybe a little bit more, maybe like a millimeter more, just like this. And that's just about what I'm looking for here. Then what I'm going to do is, and by the way, I could always move these things. Move this here, okay? And now I'm going to put this into the arc effect, so the curve effect. And this curve, right, this is going to be here, this fat circle. Let's go ahead and put this somewhere here. Let's make the fat circle small, less fat, less smaller, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Sorry about this, guys. There's a lot of details to this, but it's okay. We got the eagle. We got this part. I can always click on it again. All right, let's fit this. Let's fit this once and for all, okay? Make this part smaller. and let's drag this in the middle, or let's grab this here and put it here, and then we'll position this backwards. Take this and first center it. So let's go ahead and right click, align to page, center, and middle. Okay, and we'll move this one downward. Okay, and then what we're going to do is grab the eagle, put it somewhere here in the middle, and then take the text, place it here for now. I'm not saying it's going to stay there forever. We can even increase the size and change the arc. But for now, let's take this text. Let's hit effects. Let's bring that, let's see here, this arc so it can fit kind of like that. It will actually change when you alter the font, by the way. And let's match the same effect. So the effect thickness here was 26. Let's do the exact same thing here. So let's go with outline thickness 26. And I do like this color, so I'm going to match the color. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to, let's see here. Let's, I don't know. Let's see what it did here. 26, 29, 30. Let's go with 27. That's better. And let's make it slightly brighter. Kind of like that. Copy the code right here. Copy the code and do the same for this. Let's go into effects here. All right, there we go. And then change. All right, now the font. So let's leave this the font that it is. Let's go into effects once again, and let's get this to fit where we need this to fit. Okay, let's, first of all, let me drag this 28. Okay, now let's get this to fit in the circle. So that's about where it needs to be in terms of the arc. The arc curve is at 47. And then what I'm going to do is zoom in and just bring this to the right size, kind of like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is do the same here, but let me zoom out when I do this, and let me actually see what's going on. So now I have this text, and we're going to, let's see what font this is. This is 264. This is 217. I'm going to decrease the spacing between the letters. I'm going to increase or leave the arc alone for now, and I'll kind of slowly increase the size of this font and then increase the arc, right? Just like that. Increase this part, then increase the arc, increase the font, increase the arc. That should be okay for now. And there we go, placed right in the middle. I could take a look at this big circle here and see if it needs to be controlled any which way. Now that that's taken care of, I can add my little alchemy circle kind of stuff here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make this slightly bigger just so it can be just barely seen. And I'm going to leave it something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the transparency. So something like that. And that's a perfect example of an emblem design. Let me see from here if I can get anything else added to this. We have some glyphs. We got all kinds of stuff. Let me see here. Let me see images if I can. Let me see images. Let's see. This is a built-up image. We have a ribbon here. We have a circle. We add a texture. Yeah, I don't know what else I could add to this, but honestly, I think I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks as a glyph. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to, actually, I just figured this out. I have to decrease that, maybe work on that arc a little bit, right? Make it all fit. But once that's taken care of, the design is done. The emblem is finished. That's exactly a perfect example of how you can create an emblem type design. It's a circular-based design. If you want to see, by the way, some of my other design tutorials, check them out. I'll leave them in the link in the description so you could take a look at them. And tell me what you think of this design. It's basic. It's nothing crazy. It's super basic. Could there be stuff added to it? I think so. Let me search here if I can search for, hold on, this is interesting. I can't edit the colors on this. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Let me search for American dollar. If there's any, yeah, I don't think there's anything I can add to this. But either way, this is pretty simple. It's an emblem-based design. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how long this video took. 20 minutes, not too big of a deal. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll leave all the links in the description for the other videos. You can check them out, and I'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace out, bye.